Ever since we launched the US CMA qualification to train at Zell, we've been receiving unlimited amount of queries asking us for the CMA India qualification. So I thought let's make this video and help all of you guys who are looking for details and understandings of whether CMA India is for you or not. So first of all, remember CMA or Certified Management Accountant is a qualification that applies to each country individually. In India, we call it CMA India. The popular one, along with CMA India, that Indians are pursuing is US CMA. And there is also a global qualification called CIMA, which is also on management accounting. We have videos on all of these, so you please make sure that you check it out. Coming back to CMA India, the body that conducts these exams and that provides you the certification which has value in the market is called ICAI, which is the same credentials as Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, but this is the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. So if you search online, you might get confused between the CA body and the CMA body. Remember, C is Chartered Accounting, this is Cost Accounting. Cost Accounting, for a lot of you who don't know what it is, just remember that if you're a Chartered Accountant, you sort of cover everything. You cover accounting, audit, tax, costing, financial management, law, etc. Costing or cost accountant, as you might understand, specializes in the field of costing. Whether you want to work in a CA firm, whether you want to work in a private company, whether you want to work in the manufacturing industry, whether you want to work in tech, everybody requires somebody who specializes in costing. So in terms of value, in terms of what you can do with your career, with yourself, this qualification has immense value. Coming to the eligibility, as long as you've cleared grade 12 in India, you are eligible for CMA. Let me explain you the academic structure. Now, the academic structure, FYI, is very similar to the CA structure. So if you already are aware about how the CA field works, you would have no issue. So let me start with the papers and the levels. Like CA, CMA India also has a foundation level which has 4 exams, inter level which has 8 exams split into 2 groups, and the final exam which has again 2 groups split into 8 papers. And the passing for each is again the same as CA. Individually, you need 40 on 100 to clear per paper, but at a group level, you need an aggregate of 50% per group to clear these exams. When it comes to the duration, you can complete CMA India within 3 years, which includes a 15-month articleship period or any form of work experience in the relevant field. Our suggestion always is if you're studying any qualification which is in the finance and accounting domain and you have to earn internship or articleship experience, best suggestion would be to go and work in a CA firm. It might not be glorious, it might not be exciting, but it pays off in spades because the exposure you get at the initial days is unparalleled if you work in a CA firm. Coming to the exam window, the CMA India exams are held every June and December. Next comes the passing rate. On an average, only 10% of the students actually clear these exams. So out of a class of 10, generally only one person completes each level. So by the time you complete all the levels of CMA, it's a very small field. And that's why this qualification has so much value in the market. Lastly, when it comes to the paper pattern, it used to be an offline exam, but now everything is computer based. Further, let me tell you a little bit about the value or the scope in India, right? Because this is applicable overseas, especially in the recent past. There are centers opened across the world for CMA exam centers. But I'm going to talk about India because I think most of you all who will be taking CMA will be working in India. So like I mentioned earlier, you can work anywhere from a CA firm to a private company to starting your own firm because looking at any business from the lens of costing is always important, from understanding pricing strategies, how to account for processes, what's the internal management accounting that helps a business stay on track. All of this will be part of CMA. And we've seen the salary packages also. People get maybe not exactly at the level of a CA, but around that. And if you have decent amount of experience, you can easily get 10 to 12 lakh rupees of packages in these big companies. In fact, even in private companies when it comes to India. Lastly, when I talk about the fee structure, the total fees for CMA India will come to around 1.5 lakhs, which includes everything. The body fees as registration, exam fees, and the body fees alone, by the way, is just approximately 50,000. The balance is all the amount you pay for training, for study material, and basically to prepare yourself to clear the CMA India exam. So I think we've covered, as always, all the major topics that students generally need to know. I think if we've missed anything, then please do reach out to us, put it in the comments, and any other video you'd like us to make, let us know.